Hello everyone. We're still doing the videos. I'll get to the end of them soon for you all that are watching very closely at the moment, because these are new ones that are coming up. The Dale Jackson Way. We've now got to Sagittarius, so I'm going to do the 15-minute video for Sagittarius, which is ruled by the planet Jupiter and is the sign of the Centaur. So this is going to be about freedom, about big movements, the world, the international picture, animals, things to do with the love of animals, horses, half man, half horse, of course, is the symbol, and it's a fire sign. Now, at the end you'll get the details on how to get a reading, and tell your friends and family that are Sagittarians. This might be helpful for them too. So here we go for Sagittarius. It's the 9th house, which is to do with universal knowledge in the zodiac, higher education, and it's opposite number 3 house, of course, the Gemini area. So air and fire goes together very well. You get the kindergarten education, and then you get the university education on an aspect, on a horoscope chart, on a zodiac. Excuse me. To do a reading the Dale Jackson way, first of all, I turn up 12 cards. This will give me a view of the year ahead. Now, you're a fire sign, Sagittarius, but it's a blue fire sign, blue fire. So if we think about that for a minute, think of a Bunsen burner, the blue flame that burns with the blue and purple light and kind of purpley colours. And that would be a really good colour for Sagittarians in terms of a colour for fire. Now, so far as I've got out this reading, it's very blue, quite watery and very blue. So we've no fire, very little fire in this reading for Sagittarius. Now that's interesting, Sag, because when I turn the cards up and I'm doing a reading for whoever, and I look at their element of their birthday, I then have to apply that to the cards so that we get the right balance for them. And these cards are saying, well, we've got kind of quite a lot of watery stuff in these elements that have turned up for you just now. So on that basis, I've got to put the fire in. There's no real fire in these cards except this card here, which shows the phoenix rising, the fire coming back into the picture after a transforming time. So this year is going to be a year of transforming. You might have kind of slowed down a little bit. You might want a new direction. So we'll look at what we can get out of these cards. We have a crossroads, we have a new beginning, but we're starting on the first card, which is the Queen of Cups. And this card shows a very still picture. The water here in this card is a watery element card, and it's very still. And this is really saying things aren't moving very fast. And as you're a fire sign, you want something to give some energy to a picture that's a little bit slow at the moment. So if you're feeling that, Sagittarians, at the moment, it's a time of reflection. This Queen of Cups card is going to be a very receptive, kind, sincere, listening lady, an individual who is a good listener. She won't make ripples on the pond, but she will listen. And it might be time for you to find that friend who can listen to you. And if she's a water sign, she'll be empathetic. And if she's a female relative or a female friend, she's the one that might be able to throw some light on the future for you. And also in the picture around this very kind of still, it's almost like a meditation, the first card. And that will be a really good time for you to look at yourself and look for what you want, like a mirror. This is like a reflection, like a mirror. And still yourself, still your mind, and be still in thought. Meditate if you know how to meditate, and a little bit of mindfulness might be useful to you as well, where you can focus and reflect and bring things to a kind of calm place for what goes on in the future. It's very romantic on this picture at the beginning, so I think this is a time to look at relationships and emotions. We've got a gold ring. So here's the Wheel of Fortune. So this is very symbolic. We've got a gold ring here, and this is also a good card for tying the knot. So if it's this year, Sagittarians, that you're going to tie the knot, that's a big deal, because Sagittarians like freedom, and to make commitment and to tie the knot, as it were, is a big thing for a Sagittarian, because you need that freedom. You're the archer, which I'm saying at the beginning, but it's the archer, and you've got your bow and arrow, and you've got your target, and you've got your challenge, and you need a personal challenge. And you might treat relationships like that, and you might want to sort of conquer that relationship or that person and move on, and then want a new challenge. So to actually commit is a big thing for the Sagittarian, because they like freedom, they like travel, they like to go all over the world, and they're quite good at picking up languages. And this is saying, well, we've got good fortune, we can tie a knot, or we can resolve an issue that might be to do with relationship, a gold ring, and we've got the Magician, which is the Magus card for skills and talents. So you're going to do really well. We've got a prize giving, an award. So that might be also, if we look back at this card, we can get the idea of a medal or a prize giving. So there's something here that you can achieve this year, Sagittarians, so that might be a challenge for you, besides the idea of a commitment in a relationship. But you're going to be very good at pulling this off with the Magus card in here. But also when you've got the Magician card in a reading, some of the books, those that read the books, will tell you that the Magician is the trickster. Now I often see this Magician as not so much the trickster as yourself being able to pull the tricks, pull something off that will be very good and skillful and happen in the right way. If it's in a negative position in a reading, and the way I do it, it would have an aspect here to the devil if I had it in a circle. If I had a circle spread, I'd have an aspect to the devil. So we've got the Magician and the devil. So there might well be someone trying to pull the wool over your eyes, and you'd have to be very clever, see through them, and don't let the devil get you down. Don't let the devil lead you into temptations you don't want to get you off the path. Or maybe you're looking for something or someone to tempt you off this still, quiet mood at the beginning, because Sagittarians need action. We need a bit of fire in this. Now as we're going along, we've got the Queen of Swords, and she's going to be a lady who's very clever and in business or work around you somewhere, very intelligent. She's going to be the one that can be an arbitrator in or make some adjustments. She might be a Libra lady, since this is swords, and she'll be able to weigh something up for you and give you some objective direction and help you to make a decision around business and work. Here it's kind of, we've got the four faces on this card, which is the universe, which is saying, well, I've come through this black hole, I've got myself all gripped up, I can't make it, I'm getting myself all wound up. And calm down, Sagittarius. You can be on a short fuse, you're a fire sign. We do need a little bit of action, but we don't need you to jump into the arms of the devil here. You want to be able to play the role and overcome temptation and difficulty and negativity. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cards here that are male, masculine cards. So look at the men around you. Here's well, water and air cusp. I think this is a good card for Gemini, Cancer cusp. Now this is the Prince of Cups, and in the book of on the Crowley deck, on the Thoth deck, this card would relate to Scorpio. That's the water part here. But the Dale Jackson way of doing the cards, I'm going to relate this to Gemini, because we've got the wings of Mercury and the cusp of Cancer, the water. Shows a very moody time, a changeable time, a very moody time, but it also shows a personality that might be around that time of year, May, June time. So if there's a man around you with a birthday at that time, this might be the person that wants to talk level with you, make amends, and you need to be a little bit on the defensive here, because you need to, I'm saying that because we've got a Scorpio picture over here, and Scorpio, the life and death card, which is Scorpio, the 8th house, this one, which it says the death card on it. This is not about death. In this reading, it's about life. It's about new beginnings and rebirth. But it's saying the Grim Reaper here is saying you will reap what you sow. And we've got a card before it which has the reaping of the harvest. So you will reap what you sow. So if you've got things that haunt you a bit or come back into your life, it's saying don't do them again. Don't reap what you sow. That will be the result. Here we've got the new beginning, the 8th house new beginning. And Sagittarius is the 9th house. And this is saying you've come full circle. You've come full circle. You're back at square one here for a new lifestyle, a new change, a crossroads, something that will change your life and lifestyle should come out of this year. And you to think and meditate on that. And there might be a prize or an offer of something to do with your skills and talents with the Magician card. And you might have a very empathetic friend, this watery sign man, bit moody, might like a drink, wants to level with you, wants to talk to you. And this is all going into the ingredients, into the pot of gold. The Philosopher's Stone, putting all the base metals into all life's difficulties and then mixing them up. You're feeling drained and you feel you've put a lot out there, but the phoenix rises, up comes the fire. Thank goodness we've got this. It's saying I've got new drive, new enthusiasm, new creativity. And you might look in areas to do with animals. You might be a vet or you might work with animals. Horses are on these cards quite a lot, and anything to do with the care of animals or the care of people. Now Sagittarians are very benevolent people and they like to do things for charity and they like to help the underdog. So there might be something in this where you're exploring new territory, new life, new lifestyle, a crossroads, and you've had a deep think about that, and it's time to turn things around and look for what you can make commitment to in the future, who and what you can commit to in the future. So there's your crossroads, there's your new beginning. 6 months is a good aspect here. Here's the offer of something good for your skills and talents, and it all comes out of the reflective period and looking after yourself, what you want for yourself, a bit of compassionate feeling for yourself and how to help others. So this is a year, Sagittarian, it's low-key for you, but it's looking at the changes that you want to make and to put the fire back into your life and to have a new challenge and a new target. And the male cards here are very helpful too. So look at the men around you, friends, family, acquaintances, and new people that come into your life as well that can maybe help you on that journey. And if you have to go abroad or you go to foreign countries, it wants to be somewhere where there's coast, a watery area, watery environment, and a bit of arable land is in this picture. So the coast looks good, places where there are ports or the coast. So that's looking calm for a Sagittarian, not very fiery, but time to have a look for a new change and a new direction. Quickly, for the how to get a reading. You'll all know it by now if you've looked at all the other videos, but if I've made a connection to you and you'd like an in-depth reading and some direction or some clues on maybe a new direction that can come out of your personal cards, send me 12 numbers between 1 and 32 with your name, address, date of birth and gender. That will cost £50 for this in-depth reading, about 8 pages that I do, for you to have a few clues and to have some awareness of how you can make better decisions for the future on your spiritual journey of growth and realizations. So thank you, Sagittarius, and if you're looking at this on your birthday or around your birthday, happy birthday. Thank you.